in a place and you are, you're just depressed and you are contemplating suicide or whatever, I need you to call me. I need to know that you're okay. I never want people to feel like everybody's so busy with life that they just don't have enough time for another person just to hear them and say, you know what, I feel alone. I'm not in a good place. I really just need to express how I'm feeling to somebody and know that somebody cares and is on the other line. And if you need to help or anything, I will do whatever I can do in my power to get you the help that you need on today. So that's what I'm here for. I am Roshanda Casteel. I am the host of So Devine Radio, but I am also the founder of Powerful We Are Life Coaching Program. What I do is I help families who are in need, who have loved ones suffering from mental illness, depression, and who are in need of housing and a whole bunch of other stuff. Anything that I can do, I will. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for just allowing me this space and this opportunity to come again another Monday, and just to be able to allow God to use me in whatever way He may have to use me, because this is what this platform is for. This is what this radio show is for. I always said I want to be able to say what everybody wouldn't say. A lot of times we see things and they're not right, and we feel like we don't have a voice. Well, I have the opportunity to be that voice. I've been told that I was kind of rude and sarcastic. I can deal with that as long as I'm telling you the truth. I'm not going to apologize for the truth, but that's just what it is. So I'm grateful. So you guys, I want to say thank you again. And I am excited about today's show. So we have a couple of announcements. 2018, we are going to have a radio co-host on the So Devine Radio show. I'm excited about that. I've been doing this by myself for a long I said, well, I need something a little different. I need somebody else to talk to. He don't talk. He don't talk, but it's all good.
I talk.
We're not even going to start today. No.
I talk.
He just a tip. Oh, you talk? But I guess the conversation got to be something that you want to talk about, right? Or in that ballpark somewhere. So it's all good. We're not having no nasty shows today. That was last week when I was like turning R. Kelly on. Oh, we had a real low up in here. It was just one of those moves. It was like, we need to turn something else on, but it's all good. I'm grateful to have the platform. So I want to introduce right now our live in studio guest. And let me tell you about this guy. I've noticed you a couple of times on Facebook. I haven't really had a lot of time to like follow you and listen, but what I heard was like, hey, you know what? He got a couple of got a little education up there. Or he knows what he's talking about, because I'm not a big bells and whistles kind of person.
Right.
There ain't nothing wrong with being flashy and having money and everything but it's just like I'm a draw, and I'm attracted to more people who are on a spiritual note other than like the bells and the whistles.
Right.
So, and then that's what I admired about you. I said, well, let me try to reach out to him in inboxes. You know, sometimes you inbox people and you really don't know if that person is really that person that's on their Facebook page. So I try to kind of study people's pages a little bit to make sure that they're saying who they are and is kind of consistent. Because I've noticed some people, they have a Facebook page or send you a friend request. Then you go further down, and it's like Chinese writing something. And it's like, that is not a real person.
Right.
So definitely, I do want to take a chance to make sure I introduce you in the proper way, Mr. Thomas J.T. Lawson. TJ, yes. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm special. But he does some amazing things. I'm looking at his flyer, and it's just like, he does classic cars, manufacturing, youth mentoring. What is I on the investment? So you know about investments. You can teach us about investments.
Absolutely. It's eye of the investor. I feel like we all should have the eye of an investor.
Definitely.
We need to identify what's going on around us instead of just driving by and like, oh, I wish I would have known.
Yeah.
If we had that eye, we would be in on things early.
You know what? But my whole thing is that's very true. It took me some time to understand what that was.
Right.
Because for a lifetime, I can say I just drove up and down the street, really not understanding how things really work.
Right.
And really
Not just you.
Yeah, and my whole thing is like a lot of people, we really just don't even know the stuff that we pass by every day as if it's the norm.
Right.
But it's really not normal to certain people that's been taught these things, different demographics. Because I know if you grew up in a certain kind of environment, you know, certain things are taught to you different. Like I didn't learn anything about financial literacy until I realized I wanted to buy a house. Right. So I had to go back and do some stuff, and right. I didn't know that. I'm like, wow, I didn't know. I just didn't know.
Right.
Because it wasn't taught to me. It wasn't talked about. I just didn't know. Didn't know. So I guess when you know better, you do better. And when I find out information that I can learn, and I said, well, how many other people need to know what I know?
Exactly.
Or I just found out. So I'm always intrigued to share that information with other people. But then they'll say, well, girl, I knew that. And I'm like, well, if you knew that, why didn't you tell me? You know some information, you can't hold it in. You got to share it.
I like what you said, though. When you learn something, you want to go share.
I want to share it.
But we got some silly people out here that say, well, if you can't show me that you got it,
right?
I don't need you trying to teach me about it.
True, very true.
That's just insane. You know what I'm saying? That's what keeps us divided and down and out with nothing.
Yeah,
because they like, if I told you something great that I've done in my life,
right,
and you go back and tell people, you don't have to do this anymore. Don't take that drug money over there. You should be buying real estate and flipping houses or something and be legal. They look at you like, you ain't got no house. Why should I listen to you? That's just
my whole thing is not, it's not necessarily I had a house. Like, I ain't got the money like you got money through your hand. And I know the information.
Right. You just came through with some great, valuable information. You said, like you said, you don't have it.
Right. I don't have it.
But you got the information.
Right.
So you can say, well, hey, I know some people. I got the information, so let's come together. And use some of your money, my credit. I do got credit.
Right.
I don't have no money, but I got credit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need more of.
We really do. We really do. Because in this process of me trying to become a homeowner, I was speaking to my son's aunt who actually has a house down the street from where I live. Right. Very same street where I live. And she has a house for sale. And I was explaining to her, I said, well, this is where I am. She said, well, don't worry about that. I'll put you on my credit line.
Exactly.
And I'll let you get to a 900 where I'm at, and I'm guaranteed you get that house.
Exactly.
So I was like, so how many other people are able to do that that can actually help people?
It's a lot of
especially
people.
Especially if you see a person that's going to work every day and they just need a break. And if you can do something for a short period of time, I don't need you to carry me for a lifetime, but just enough to open up a door, why not do it?
Right. And that's how it's supposed to be. That's where we came from.
Yeah.
Now things have changed in 2000 something.
Yeah, people because it's like a rat race.
If people go to college, they get their degree. Now they're like, well, I just spent 4-5 years in school. You need to go spend 4-5 years.
No, I'm not
telling you nothing. I got my paper.
I hear it all the time. I hear it said the game is to be sold and not told. And I can respect that. But I don't think it's fair because I need you to tell people that not only did you buy the game, how much time that you wasted buying the game and how much money you wasted going back. If you want to go to college, to each his own. To each his own. But to me, I kind of just think it's just like I don't think it's really.
That mentality ain't helping our community.
It's not. I know too many people who got college degrees and they work at Walmart. They work at places like that. And it's like me. I ain't never been in college a day in my life. I don't have a college degree. I've never worked at Walmart. I've been self-employed for the last 3 years.
You know what's interesting, and you're doing great now. Appreciate what you're doing.
Thank
you. Got your show, taking it to the next level, moving up. Next year you got a co-host.
Yes.
What happens the year after that?
Right.
Better and better. You know, we need it. We need more radio shows. That's for sure.
We need radio shows, and we need radio. Like me, I don't try to knock people, but I don't like airhead radio. Right. I don't want to come on here and I don't want to talk about what the next person is doing. I want to know what is it that we can all do to add to what we have and to make it better and to learn how like investments and stuff. Like I'm not really good on investments, but that's an area that I want to learn because if I know it, I can teach it to my kids.
Absolutely.
And the kind of kids that I have, I need this because I think they might catch on a little bit faster than me.
Exactly. So that's cool.
They might catch on. My 9-year-old might catch on a little bit faster than me. And they can say, Mama, this is what we can do.
Now imagine if you took that information that you learned, okay, well I need to buy a house. My friend said she'll put a line on my credit or her credit, whatever. What if you kept that to yourself?
Right.
And didn't tell your children what's going on? Y'all just, I got this covered. Y'all stay in your own room. I deal with mine. Y'all deal with y'all's.
Yes.
But if you share with them,
yeah,
you'll be like, credit? Like, oh, okay.
Right.
Next thing you know, they'll come back and be like, Mom, I was on YouTube and I just saw this.
Right.
And you like, whoa.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they know some more stuff than I know in certain ways.
I will never forget the time when I turned around, when this internet stuff first came out, and I wanted to put lowriders on the internet, you know what I'm saying? Because this was the new thing. Okay. So I wanted to learn how do you put a picture on this thing called the internet, right? So I turned around and I had to pay one of my homeboys. I had to take him out to dinner so he could explain to me how this all works, how to operate this thing called Photo Bucket back in the day. Okay. It wasn't like click browse and upload a picture. It was a whole nother level back in the day. So I had to wait on this cat for a long time. Mm-hmm. Finally, he took the time. Okay, TJ, let's go out here and eat, and I'll explain to you how it goes. And I gave him something for his pockets, right? Okay. Do you know when I got home, I'm sitting there pecking away on this computer, and then my daughter walking by, and she said, "What you doing on Photo Bucket?" What? Like, right. How you know about Photo Bucket? What do you know about that? She's like, I use this all the time. Yes. I'm like, you telling me I could have just walked into the next room with my daughter, the person I drop off at school every morning that I eat dinner with. Yes. She know way more about stuff than I do. I know my kids do. Man, I just got a new computer, and guess what? Who fixed it? Who hooked it up and plugged it up? So we better start sharing with our children. We do. We better start talking about what the finance charges is on this new car we buying, what's the interest rate on that house, how much gas costs. So they can tell us. So they can tell us, and then they can compute, and their mind could be programmed when they get of age to go out and do stuff. So they can be like, the interest rate ain't good on that, and I'm going to wait. I'm going to save me some more money or something. Yeah, my daughter said one day, she older now, but one day I'm riding around looking for a cheaper gas station. Like, I ain't paying no $4.80 for no gas. Force looking for my daughter said, I'm going to just plug that into this app. And she said, Dad, this one on such and such. And I'm like, what do you know about such and such? Wow. Oh, I'm on the app, Dad, and I punched in cheapest gas stations. And I'm like, wow. Really? You can do that? You know what I'm saying? I'm riding around, wasting gas. We got to communicate with these young people. They are really light years ahead of us. They really are. We need their help. Yeah, we really do. Together. And I have my senior, like I rented some party supply stuff. From this a sister, she had some event stuff that she was renting. So I was like, okay, so when she told me she would be there the next day at 10 o'clock, I'm looking for her. I'm looking for this black woman that I've rented all this stuff and sent this money to. Well, it happened was it was a party supply store. I guess she like subleasing it from there. So the Hispanic guy came, he set up the tent and everything, and he gave me his card. And he said, well, this is my card. And he said, well, he was at my house. He said, if you need a new roof, you need plumbing, this is my cousin. You need paint, this is my cousin. You need this, this is my cousin. Exactly. And my 10-year-old said, Mama, he got all those businesses and everybody that work with him is his cousins. See what I'm saying? He was like, I think we need a party supply store too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting this stuff from my kids are like, they be on it, but my 10-year-old, he's a little money maker. He done found out a way to make money in the neighborhood. See what I'm saying? He collects cans, he collects bottles. Right. He paid for his own haircut. Say that. And he's 10. Very he's a true hustler, and if it don't work, he gonna make it work. So don't take that from him. Don't take it from him and say, "Boy, you better get you a good job." Never. Don't just totally remove that. I tell him all the time, "I gotta see you on Forbes magazine. I gotta see you." We gotta promote these young people. Yes. We gotta encourage them. Say, "Yes, you're gonna buy Mama a new house one day when you get your business going, huh?" Yes. You start programming that into your 8-year-old, 6-year-old, 5-year-old. And he gonna grow up thinking that, okay, I'm gonna start a business like my mama told me, and she, and before you know it, you be sitting in your 8,000 square foot house looking at the ocean. And I believe that too, because I have a 5-year-old, and he always said, when I move to my house, I'm not having no kids. He was like, Mom, but I'm gonna get you a puppy, and you can have your own room. I said, as long as I got my own room, you good. Good. But yeah, we have to start planting those seeds. Like I have a 14-year-old son, and maybe about a couple of weeks ago, he kind of like he expressed his feelings. He let me know that he was displeased with some stuff that I had said to him or did to him, and I was like, "That's cool. If you feel that way, you can do X, Y, Z." Huh.
So he made that decision and he did X, Y, Z. And I was like, I'm cool with it. People was like, you let him do that? Yeah, I let him do that.
Right.
I need for him to fall flat on his face.
Right.
I need reality to knock on his door. And I need him to let people see that people, I said, when people love you, they're excited to see you when they ain't seen you for years. Right. And you're going to visit and everything. But when they see that you a bill, you a liability, you're a responsibility, you paying for food, because I'm not sending nothing but peace and blessings.
Right.
So I said, okay, now he'll call me how you doing? I'm fine, but I'm a little busy. I'm going to have to call you back. So I don't want to create no urgency to talk to him, because it's like, you need to learn your lesson, because at the end of the day, you 14 and I know you got your own views and opinions, but at the same time, you're not an adult. And my objective is to help you understand that whatever decisions, the choices that you make right now at 14, if it's not the right one, it's going to affect you for the rest of your life.
Right.
So I'm not the one that's to pat you on the back. I'm a real boy's mama. I'm the real boy's mama. My boys look at me like she's mean. I'm not mean. It's just the truth. Nobody ain't going to give you nothing for free.
Right.
If you go to McDonald's and you 40 cents short, even though you didn't give them people your last $20, you are not getting their merchandise until you get them that 20 cents.
That 40, right. That's the same thing with my mom. I always say, I think the best thing my mom ever did for me was tell me she don't have it. Or I don't need it. Instead of her saying she don't have it, she said, you don't need that. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I got holes in my shoes. Right. And I don't need it. So, okay, I'm smart enough to realize, I guess that means she ain't got it. So I got to figure that out.
Right.
You know?
Figure it out.
So, and that was cool. I'm glad she did that. Yes. Think about it. If I'd have grew up spoiled and things was given to me my whole life, I wouldn't know how to go out there and get it on my own. Yeah. I would never have learned how to make it. Yeah. Because I was dependent on my mama, my grandma, my dad or something. But I didn't have none of that stuff to depend on. It was all on me. Yeah. So that's how I learned how to do so much. Yeah. I had to sit back and figure out, how can I make some money? Yes. I'm like, that 80-year-old lady over there, she's struggling with them trash cans. I wonder if she'd give me $5 if I take them out.
Right, every weekend.
You know what I'm saying? Every weekend. Matter of fact, I'll rinse them out too for her so get the ketchup out, you know?
Definitely.
And then I wonder if that lady, because she barely could, she don't want to break it now. I wonder if she'll let me change her brakes.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was right. All these people did. I said,
hey,
I had auto mechanic class at high school, and I just learned how to do brakes yesterday and oil changes the day before, and I charge you $25. They was like, ooh, that's cheaper than...
Right. You still do oil changes?
And then next week, they was like, you learn how to do an engine change?
Yes.
I was like, not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
You do. When I have mechanics and stuff come by my house, I always tell the boys to come out and watch them. From my 2-year-old, he watches from the time they get up. The plumber, he watch. I tell my boys to come watch.
My granddad, rest in peace, he came to my mom's house and our house when I was like 7 and changed the ceiling under our toilet because the toilet was leaking.
Oh, the wax ring.
That wax ring was messed up, right? 25 years later, I got my own house and the toilet started leaking. And my ex said, I'm going to call the plumber. I said, I know how to do that. Yes. And she said, how do you know how to do it? When I was 7, my granddad, I'm calling the plumber.
Right.
I said, no, get out. That's my bathroom. I'm going to take care of that.
Definitely.
Well, I fixed that toilet and she came in there and flushed it.
Yes.
We got to a point where like I said, granddad was doing it.
Right.
They want to do everything. When something went wrong, we called granddad. So why can't we teach these young people? But because I saw, he showed me what to do and how to do it, and that stuck with me. For years. Never used it until 20-something years later. I knew exactly what to do.
Exactly. And that's like my dad. That's why I know it's a wax ring. Because I paid a plumber $150, and my dad came like a week later, and he was like, I thought you said something was wrong. I said, yeah, but the plumber fixed it. He said, yeah, well, how much he charged you? I said, well, he charged me $110, but I had him to do this and put that on, so that was about $150. He was like, you sucker. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, the thing is only $8, Shawnee. Right. Everybody called me Shawnee. He was like, it's only $8.
With 2 boats.
He said, all you had to do is take the water out.
Take 2 boats.
And he showed me how to do it.
Right.
So I've replaced, in 5 years, I think I replaced 2 or 3 wax rings.
See what I'm saying?
So I'm like, okay, I can do that.
But think about it. What if you taught your sons that?
And see, I've taught them that because they watch me do it now.
If you replace 3 wax rings in 5 years, think about how many people got houses that need that same service.
The same service.
So at $150 a piece, your boys could be going around at 8 years old, replacing wax screens, doing like 2 or 3 a week. Say, give us 100 each.
Right.
At 8 years old.
At 8 years old.
See what I'm saying? That's what I tell people. We got people literally sitting around waiting on their children to get old enough to go to college so that they can get a job so that they can come home and make some money. No, I'm like, if we teach them a trade today, they can be fixing gates, changing door locks.
Let me tell they are.
You see what I'm saying? All
my
that.
son, my 10-year-old, has changed my door locks on my room door and my gate. And see, everything he does, he always said, let me do it, Mom. Let me do it. I bought them a 3-thing bunk bed set. But the wood, you know how they have the wood strips? Right. It kept moving. So the other day he was like, you got $2? And I was like, for what? He was like, because I don't have enough. These screws cost $3 something. I don't have enough. I need change. So I didn't mind giving him to him because I know Makai is going to make the right decision, whatever he had. Right. He went and bought him a pack of screws. And next thing I know, I heard the drill going in the room. Ooh. He was like, because if I got to drill them down so they won't move. Right. And I was like, that make a whole lot of sense. I hadn't thought about drilling up those wood slabs down.
But you know what's
I was just like, lay them down and put them one by one and move the mattress on it real slow. Right. But he was like, no, I'm going to solve this problem and I'm going to drill holes in this thing so they won't move.
Right. What really bothers me so much is to go over people. So many women reach out to me and say, TJ, because they know I'm a man's man. Yes. I'm a guy that I know how to fix stuff. Okay. Was the car tripping? Oh, I can fix that. Something in the house is tripping? I can fix that too. All right. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up fixing everything. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Mom, like, we ain't got no money, boy. You want your own phone in your room? You better figure that out. What pisses me off and really bothers me to the point that now it's scary is to go over a grown man's house or a woman that got grown young men living with her and see stuff falling apart. And they don't know how to fix it. Yeah. I went over someone's house one day and we was walking in through the garage and literally the door handle was literally about to fall off. Mm-hmm. And I looked on the ground and seen the screw sitting right there. And I went in the house. I said, it ain't but 2 screws that hold the door handle on. And I went in the house. She got an 18-year-old, a 19-year-old, and a 26-year-old.
And you know what you got to do?
They didn't know how to fix it.
And you know, and that's her fault. You know why? Because I tell my boys, if you see something that needs to be done, don't let me have to tell you to fix it.
It wasn't that they just didn't do it. It's they did not know. Yeah. They didn't even have a screwdriver in the house. Oh, wow. So that's why I tell people, I said, every young man needs a toolbox and need to know how to work it. Yes. Period. Yeah. The toolbox will make you so much money.
Yeah, and I got a toolbox, and that's what he go get.
Yeah, a toolbox, $30. Yeah, everybody, y'all hear what I'm saying? Buy your children a toolbox and put it under the Christmas tree and tell them to figure it out. Yeah. Now it's so simple. Just go on YouTube. How do I fix a door handle? Yes. How do I change a door lock? Right. We moving. We move a lot as a people, right? Yes. Everybody moving every 2 years, a new place, a new apartment. But what's the first thing we need? We need to learn how to. We got to put door locks on. Change the locks.
Change the locks. Somebody won't break in.
How much the locksmith charging to come out to the house and change the locks?
$50.
Exactly. Man,
you don't even gotta pay. It's only a 2 or 3 minute job. It don't even take that long. Like
2 boats. Come on now. 2 boats and you charge me $50 to come out here.
And they used to get me, the handyman they used to get me, they used to be like, okay, I know we about to make some money off of her. Because I wanted it done right then and there. And I never just even said, I could do this stuff myself until I got get that man my last $150. Yep. So I'm not paying him for nothing else again. And I'm like, whenever they come in, the boys gotta watch. They gotta watch. They gotta see what you're doing. When you're doing the breaks, when you're doing whatever you're doing in my house, in my yard, they need to be right there.
If any man is working on something, or if you paying someone to fix something in your house with your money, you paying out of your pocket to fix something. Mm-hmm. That person need to teach your sons and the neighbors' kids too how to fix it. There should be an audience right there watching so that they can learn and see what's going on too. Definitely. Period. Everybody. Definitely. It should be illegal.
You know what I did?
Not to teach our young
people. I reached out to there's a plumbing company. I forget their name. I had to write it down. But it's like some brother. I think they're family members, but they got a big old black truck and it's like 4 pictures of them.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I reached out to them because I'm like, you know what? I would like to network with them too and send some young boys to maybe mentor some stuff with them though. Because plumbing is no matter where you go, you're gonna need some plumbing done.
That's a huge. And in this era with all this gentrification and redevelopment going on, the number one wealth creator right now is construction and carpentry. Yes. So they don't teach that in high school.
No,
in schools, they don't teach that in college, 4-year college. People don't go to, I'm going to learn carpentry. Right. But guess what?
But they used to teach it a long time ago.
Yeah, it used to be in the school. I had that. Yeah. I had all of that. That's why I know how to do that.
Wood shop and all that kind of stuff. They don't have that anymore.
My point is right now, the number one wealth creator right now for us is, because of this redevelopment, all these people are building brand new houses. Yes. They remodeling these houses. So can you imagine if your boys knew how to put fences up? Right. They knew how to weld a wrought iron gate up. They knew how to lay a concrete driveway or walkway or stack some bricks in the backyard so you could put a flower garden around it and all that. Yeah. They'd be wealthy. Well, period. Not have a good job, but become wealthy because people building expensive homes. Yes. See, when I learned how to, matter of fact, someone came to my house when I was a young man, and my mom paid them to put a brick wall up on the side of our house. It was just an L. Boom, boom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I was sitting there so nosy at the time, looking. And they call it inquisitive. Yeah, I'm like, what is that? What is that, sir? And it was a Hispanic dude. He was like, come on over here. Yes, exactly. Can you get dirty? You're like, yeah. It's like, okay, come over here and help. Because he saw you nosy, man. Yeah. He was like, okay, pick this up. Bring that over there. Okay, I
think they like that about kids.
Yeah, so when I turned around and he said he laid the brick, come behind me with the scraper and scrape the extra mud off. So I watched him do that brick wall, and all of a sudden, here we go again. Yes. 20-some years later, I got my house. I need a brick wall. I want a little wall in my backyard to separate the garden, right? Okay. So I'm going to build that wall myself. Sure enough, I called them out. How much y'all going to charge me to put this wall up? Yeah. You know, before they even got to my neighborhood, they was like, ooh, this dude must got some money. Right. So the wall that was going to be $6,000 on that side of town, on my side of town, it was $25,000.
Are you serious?
Because the houses were so big and nice houses in that area, right?
So I capitalize off of you.
Right, I'm gonna do it myself. Yes. All of a sudden, I go out there and I start. I remember I told I told the youngster next door. I said, "Why don't you come over and I'm gonna show you how to do the brick wall?" Well, I don't know how to do the brick wall. I don't want nothing to do with it. Right? Yeah. I get out there, I start, and he working behind me, and next thing you know, he doing it. Yes. 30 minutes later, I disappeared, and I'm sitting in the house watching him finish the brick wall. He didn't even realize I was gone. Just like that.
He was into
like that. Yeah. Just like that. Now he walk off like he the brick wall specialist. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell him nothing. I built a brick wall. Yeah. But here's the thing.
And imagine what that did to his self-esteem.
Yeah. But here's the thing. When I started getting the bigger houses, I bought this ranch house with 2.5 acres, right? Okay. I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, they complained about all them lowriders I had in my backyard. It was like Sanford and Daughter, right? I got so many rusted out rag convertible Chevys and all them old rusty cars in my backyard. The neighbors complaining. So it was like, I need a brick wall. Yes. I called them up and said, how much for a brick wall? $100,000 with me finagling and Mr. Negotiator, right?
Oh, wow.
100,000. So can you know how much the materials cost to put up that wall?
Probably about $4,000 or $5,000.
Like $23,000, something in that neighborhood.
So wow! So
it was $70,000 plus almost $80,000 in labor. So on one house. But imagine this: all my neighbors started getting them too, and so most of them already have. So you see, people sleep. Yes. We see the Hispanic dude pull up in the old raggedy truck, and they stacking bricks, and we laughing at him like, "Oh, I got my degree. He need to go get himself together." That dude got more money than you.
That's the truth.
He do a brick wall a week.
What?
A week. It don't take long to stack a brick wall.
That's like $75,000.
That's what I'm talking about. But think about it. How they look. They coming out all jacked up, oil, rusty. They got dirt all on them.
And I love people who are like super humble. It's like, okay, if you got a little money, you ain't got to come with the gazelles on to the beach. Like you gonna lose them. Just be neutral.
It annoys me because people think that wealth comes with a suit. Yes. Oh, he got a suit and tie on. He must be making some good money. Yes. No, he not.
Or they'll look at you and say, well, okay, well, he don't look like he got no money. Yeah. And they'll treat you based on how you look. Right. And I'm like, well, how do you look?
Right. Now, remember, I'm a lowrider guy. Mm-hmm. I'm digging cars out the junkyard and cars buried in the backyard. I'm out there digging them out, and I got oil on my forehead. So I'm wearing khaki suits. People say they never had a clue for years.
Right.
They said something illegal going on with him.
Yeah. Always.
He's doing something illegal.
He's doing something.
Yeah, because he have too much money to be dressed so dirty.
Yes.
But they not realize I'm shipping lowriders to Japan, Germany, Australia, New Zealand. We putting lowriders in movies and TV shows and commercials and videos. They don't know because every time I show up, my job requires that I be dirty. Right,
exactly. So why would you come off fancy?
Right. So they looking at 6 days a week. I'm wearing a khaki suit with TJ on it. And they looking at me
that's
like,
all right.
I feel sorry for TJ. He always dirty. And they don't.
But they don't even know that's your passion. You enjoy being that.
But see, we've been programmed to believe that you got money if you're wearing a suit and tie.
Yes, and you got money if you're in a nice car.
You got on the Rolex or you in a nice car, you got money. But me, they looking at me. He's pulling up. He got oil on his forehead, khaki suit on. He's jumping out that raggedy truck. But here's the reason why I was in that raggedy truck. Because I'm notorious. You call me and say, TJ, I got a transmission for that 64 Chevy you got. I don't care what I'm driving. Brand new Benz, I'm putting it in the trunk. They're like, dude, that's $100,000 car. Put it in the truck. Because I'm not driving all the way back to LA or back home to get the truck and come back. Just throw that in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? So they get mad at me. So I was like, my ex said, you can never buy a car. You only need trucks. You only need trucks. You tear up stuff. Matter of fact, you can't drive my car no more. So it's like, I'm about the money. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of these guys that build cars is. That's what these guys, these construction guys, these carpenters, these welders, they are tradesmen. They ain't walking around with suits and ties on, and they ain't supposed to have a brand new car because they know they're going to tear it up on a job site.
That's the truth.
So we got to get out of that and start. People are always looking, they want a man with suit and tie because he got money. No, he don't.
No, he don't.
That dude is struggling. He got student loans kicking his butt. But that dude that got that trade putting them brick walls up, he's stacking the grip. Yes. That guy that's putting up those wrought iron gates is making a killing. And that concrete man is whoo.
And you know, and the conversation is going to go a little bit to the left. I'm going to go back to women. When we're going to go to women, the simple-minded women, they'll see a man who they have this idea of this status and who they are and I'm top notch and I'm this and I'm that, and they'll be like, who told you that? Then you see a brother that's an attractive brother. You've already acknowledged that he's an attractive brother, but he don't have no car. Right. And he live with his mama now, and he's going through some stuff, but you never know what's really, maybe he's a multi-millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he got a $1 billion investment going on, and he just decided, I'm going to rent out my mansion and stay with my mom there for a minute until I can capitalize and I can make some moves. And it's like you lose so much by just being prejudgmental.
I'm going to tell you a story about me. A lot of people don't know. Okay. I'm having all of that. Big old giant house here, a lake house in Arizona with my boats in it. You know what I'm saying? I got stuff. I got real estate galore, right? Okay. Go through this bad divorce, get wiped out. Okay. I'm stacked put like this. I'm in more magazines. I made history. I am in more magazines where people have done articles on me than most people, period.
Right. Wow.
Ever.
Wow.
There are 2-page articles written. Wow. I am on the cover of people's magazines like this dude is the shit.
Yes.
So do you know, I was put like this. I grew up pretending that I had money so that you would like me and think that. But when I got money, I was like, I don't want to get kidnapped. You know what I'm saying? So I better stop telling people and showing that. Yes. So I had to pull back. So when I went through, I ended up going through this bad divorce and they wiped me out, right? Wow. It was just crazy. So you talking about a guy that had over a bunch of houses, dozens of houses, right? Now all of a sudden, I'm back on the dating scene. People looking at me like, well, he ain't got nothing. He ain't doing. He's sleeping in the renting a room over there or something like that.
Yeah, and it's just they always do that, and I be like, really?
I didn't get it, so I could not get no real action because they like, what are you doing? What are you? What's your plan? Oh, I'm working on something. I'm starting business. women have told me businesses don't really work, so I'm cool.
Yeah, that's
I'm
definitely
cool.
going to run
I'm
with
cool.
that.
So it became a test. Let me see if I can get a real good girlfriend.
Yes.
In my current situation.
Yeah.
And what are you talking? Oh, I'm working on a business plan. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try this thing called public speaking. They look like, let me go with this guy over here. He got a better situation.
Definitely, yeah. He got a car. He don't live with his mama now.
Now here I am traveling the world, speaking, getting paid money to speak, and people like, I didn't know you do that. I didn't know you did that. Right. I didn't know you had that. You was here all this time and you had all that information. People charge good money for that information and you knew it.
Yep.
They like, what's up? Can we hook up? No.
Like, why would I want to hook up with you now after the fact?
Yeah, after the fact. Now that you know what I'm doing, what I've done.
Yes.
You interested. You wonder why all these people, how do I know all these people? Yes. Because of what I've done in the past. People are like, well, what do you got now? That's what we think.
Like, I don't have anything now, but I have plans.
No. I got knowledge. I got a plan.
But I got a whole lot of knowledge that you had before you lost everything.
Exactly.
Because everything that you had then, you can definitely get it back and keep it this time. Because
bigger and better.
Right.
Now I know how I lost it.
Exactly.
I knew I was slipping back then. I didn't know what that thing called a prenup was.
We want prenups.
Yeah, we gotta learn because we're never expected to reach certain amounts of money or certain levels. Mm-hmm. So there's no need to teach us about what a prenup is.
Right. True.
But now I am 20 years old, buying houses. You know what I'm saying? And got cars and tow trucks and paint shops and all kinds of stuff. And I don't have a prenup. I didn't even know I needed one.
Yeah, you probably right. You probably didn't even know that you needed one.
Now, that's why I be all up in them schools teaching them young people at 5 and 6 and be like, y'all need a prenup. Yeah, matter of fact, let me tell you a story.
Tell my boys that.
Let me tell you this story. I was at Marcus Garvey Elementary School, this Marcus Garvey School in LA, right?
Okay.
That's where our rocket scientists are, right? And I'm sitting there, I got my boys in the back because we just did Straight Outta Compton movie. Right.
Okay.
So I got some of the actors from the movie in the back of the room, and these some big dudes, right?
Okay.
And they got the low riders, so they walk. So I come walking in, they like, I know he got money, right?
Right.
So he got the bodyguards with him and everything. Low riders in the parking lot. So I walk in and I tell them, they get to ask some money questions. This young person, I said, well, I just had to restart and I'm doing something different.
Okay.
That's why I'm here talking to y'all, because I want y'all to know these things. Mm-hmm. And the young person said, Mr. TJ, what's your net worth? What's my net worth? My homeboy in the back, he's like, yeah, I've been wanting to know that all these years. He almost fell out the seat trying to. Wow. I said, I'm not there yet. I went through a divorce.
Yes.
I said, I just came out of a divorce like a couple of years ago, a year ago, and I'm trying to recover, and I'm doing something different. And the other kids say, you didn't have a prenup? I literally had to get off the stage, walk down, and reach out. Let me shake your hand.
Right. I'm glad you know about that.
Oh man, I'm almost a tear in my eye. I was like, wow, y'all got it.
Yeah,
y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? They got it because they're being taught.
Yeah, being taught. Yeah,
they're being taught.
I've always thought prenups, like, if I have mine, you have yours, the way you can't touch it. But sometimes I don't know if it depends. I don't know. That's kind of like a little. The person could be like, well, you don't really love me if you need a prenup.
Yeah, that's all game.
Yeah, I don't really love you.
That's all game. Because I saw a person.
I need all my coins when I leave.
A person I got ripped in half and tore up and chewed up and spit back out again. And I'm like, what about my daughter? They were like, you should have thought about that. Because I came into the relationship with my daughter. I had custody of my daughter,
Wow.
And man, they was like, the hell with you and your daughter. Threw me out. And the police don't mind throwing the brother out of the big house.
Right,
we didn't go shoot it. No way. Get your ass out of here.
Anyway, like,
how the hell you got in this house anyway?
Bedrooms.
You know what I'm saying? You over here in this neighborhood, and I'm a black person over here. How you get over here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they had a field day. You got to go, bro. Get up out of here.
You got to get up out of here.
Take your daughter where I'm
sitting out these heels.
What about my daughter? They like, the hell with your daughter? You should be over here anyway. I'm just sitting there like, wow.
My goodness.
But relationships, let's go back to that since you brought it up.
Okay.
I see too many sisters going after the athletes.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? I see too many sisters going after the rappers. And they don't realize these guys are employees.
Yeah, they are.
They're all employees, but they overlook the nerds and the square guys.
They do.
And the square guys
they overlook the guy in the lighting department.
Yeah, they not realizing. So
like, you better get you a light director, girl.
Yeah, exactly, because them actors come and go.
Yes.
Them ball players come and go.
Exactly.
But the light department guy,
he's
still here, and he done elevated because now he done designed his own light.
That's what I'm talking about.
You see what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
He just said he done got tired of trying to figure out how to get this light the right picture for that video shoot. So he said, I'm gonna just figure it out and make something. So he didn't make something. Next thing you know, the companies from all around the world.
All around the world want that light.
Need that light. So now he all of a sudden worth $3 billion a year.
Right. And he want to send him a inbox.
Yeah, like,
do you remember me? No.
Quit harassing me. Don't
harass me.
So it happens all the time. So now we look at all these athletes are going broke. 6 years after they broke, rappers going broke because they're not being taught financial literacy. They don't know their value.
Yes.
I'm like, how did you come from way up here to now you're broke and struggling? Dude, you had $100 million. So I had to go on the inside and figure all that out. Yeah. That's why now that I coach people, I get to sit down with all these ball players and rappers and sit down and ask them. And then I realized, I said, it's set up for you to be broke.
Yeah, it is.
Dude tell me, that's Will Smith's financial guy right there. He working with me now. I'm like, how you know he ain't screwing Will Smith?
Right.
So I realized, I said, Will Smith, hypothetically speaking, has a consistent success.
Yes, definitely.
He's still making $25-30 million a movie.
Yes.
Consistently.
Yes.
He have not been in a movie in how many years? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he's good.
Yeah.
But it's just that when you stop working and you living off that money, that's when you find out how smart a person is.
Right.
What type of investments they made.
Yes.
So I told that dude, I said, your example was bad. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at a long list of your friends and they all struggling.
Right. Definitely.
They all got, so I sit down with those ball players and I'll be like, dude, that don't make no sense.
That don't make no sense.
And I'm telling you, one time I'm riding. Matter of fact, just recently, we had the Bentley dealer, right?
Okay.
My partner, athlete, dude.
I think you posted some pictures on that, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
I was like, I want that car too.
So let me tell you the behind the scenes story. Yes. I'm with my partner and he said, man, let's go to Bentley dealer.
All right.
And I'm like, you just got a new Bentley, dude.
Wow. He
paid cash for the Bentley, $200-some thousand, right? Yes. No, it was probably $300 with the luxury type, whatever it was. Yes. All of a sudden, he realized Bentley has changed the 2018 model completely.
Oh wow, he's sick.
So you know what he say? No big deal. We just gonna go get a new one. Let's go. Why don't you ride up there with me? Because I'm coaching them now, right?
Okay.
So ride up there with me, and I'm gonna order it.
Okay.
And I'm just sitting there like I lean over. Wow. Bentley got 800 miles on it. And one of his boys said, "Oh, dog, they changing the body style on that one. Wow. You gonna have the old one." Oh, he like get that. They gonna clown me, TJ. Come on, man, let's go get.
My goodness!
And I'm just sitting there like I had to talk him down. Like he got it though, but I said, didn't he know? He said, "I'm gonna get this to my homeboy or something." Okay. Get this to. I said, no. We're not going to give nothing away. I know this lady,
her name is Roshanda Casteel.
And I'm just looking at the whole mentality, the way of thinking. The way of thinking. I'm like, you going to give it to your homeboy. I'm like, what did your homeboy do for this? Oh, he got a job. I said, dude, can he afford to put brakes on the car? Can he afford to do? No, he can't. Or ain't he gonna call you back?
Yeah.
He's gonna be back in your pockets.
That's a whole nother ballpark when you talking about brakes. Part that I have. I can get 4 tires for $200 on this Caravan. Yeah. It's extra money versus spending $600 and $700 on some tires. Right. 4 tires.
Right.
So I just like, okay, I'm gonna be a little bit more wiser than what I'm doing with my money and everything, because I kind of like slow down tremendously when I see how much money I'm really putting out that I really shouldn't be putting out. I can invest that money, or I can continue to save or something like that, but just make sure I'm doing the right thing.
Right.
And stop trying to keep up with folks, because you got a whole lot of people that's out here that's rolling and dipping in these nice cars, and they just dressed up on the outside but really beat up mentally, because they're trying to figure out how they're going to pay that car note. They're trying to figure out how everybody going to know they get repoed. So it's like, who wants to live in that torment?
You know what was funny? You're absolutely right. But you know what was, and I hope he ain't watching. That's why I don't drop no name. I can't drop people's name. But you know what was funny?
Yeah.
Is I tell my boy, I said, let's take this Bentley that you got with 800 miles on it, and let's tell the dealer we want to trade it in.
Okay, what they
see what they go offer you. You should have seen it, boy. It was just
I would like to know.
I'm telling you, he just bought it a month and a half ago, drove it to Vegas, came back, went back and forth to Orange County to the other house or whatever. Yes. 800 miles on it. You know, he paid like almost $300,000. You know what they was telling they give him?
75,
80,000 for that car. Ooh. And he was mad, and I was in tears. I was laughing. I was just laughing. I said, "You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you got a lot of cats that are trading in. They'll go ahead and do it.
No,
they'll do it. They'll just trade it in because I got money.
Yeah, but no, you just spent $300,000 on that. I mean, but my whole thing is like, I understand that he probably want to keep up, and he probably has a whole other host of other wealthy friends. But the reality of it is it a necessity? Because don't get me wrong. When I get to that place where I got $300,000 to go spend, I'm gonna probably buy one or two. But
just make it make sense. But
just make it make sense. But I'm probably gonna have a whole line of Dodge Grand Caravans too, because I know it's economical, and I have kids, and they tear up. So I'm like, I wouldn't put y'all in nothing else but a caravan. Right. Y'all tearing up stuff. Exactly. Yeah, so you got to be mindful and listening. And women, it's just like, just because these men don't have what you think they should have, and they live with their mama, or they need some help at that time, you don't even know the mindset or the jewel that you can be, putting off because of your lack of vision.
Right.
That's so sad.
I love how the sisters now, it trips me out how we are so programmed as a people that when the sisters driving their brain, sisters be rolling, right?
Yes,
got the brand new Benzes, the brand new Beamers, and all of that.
Man.
So when something go wrong,
oh my goodness,
they
be mad. They be hurt.
I don't have the $3,000 to fix my car right now, so I'm gonna just take Lyft or I'm gonna rent a car, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm just sitting there like, what's wrong with it? Let me look at it. Oh no,
yes.
no. I'm gonna take it to the dealer. And I'm like, hold on, I'm a lowrider. No, you just fix lowriders too. That's it. Hold on,
right.
I'm a car guy.
Right,
I could take that BMW apart.
Right, and put it back together.
Put in my sleep and put it back together and improve it. And BMW be calling me asking me how to do that.
Wow,
you see what I'm saying? You just don't know how far car knowledge goes. Yes. All of a sudden, the sister turns around and I'm looking at the car. She's terrified. TJ gonna mess my car up. But do you know when I fixed the car?
Yes.
And I saved her $4,000?
She probably said it ran better than it did when before it got broke.
Do you know our friendship? It went from, oh my gosh, he fixed the BMW. He's like, I started looking handsome. Now I'm looking appealing now. Like where she wasn't giving me no action at first, but now she realized he has value because he fixed my Beamer.
Hey,
like, wait a minute. Are you still single? Are you single?
Wendy Williams, how you doing?
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I thought we was just friends.
We why you call me asking you work your head and you start? No.
Yeah, so she peeped that. I was like, you know a lot. Like now I got to.
But I know that was definitely that was kind of like definitely a double take in your eyes. Like, are you serious?
I get that all the time though.
Like I wish I'd have let you waste your $3,000 at the dinner and let you Uber it.
I get that all the time.
Just keep on Ubering, girl. I don't know nothing.
You know how many? I'm always in a situation, unfortunately, because there's a lot of single sisters out here, and I'm always in events, and I see them all the time. And their cars don't start in the parking lot, or stuff is going on, or they don't know how to fix stuff. Yeah. The TV should be right here, and I'll be like, "Oh, give me something, I'll fix it. I got a little."
Yes.
You know how to hang that TV on the wall? They told me $150 to hang the TV on the wall.
Yes.
I'm like, no. They like, no. It's TV. I paid $2,000 for the TV. Okay.
Right. Like you gonna break it.
You leave out the room, please, and let me hang it. And then when they see I hang the TV, do y'all get more action?
Of course.
People like, he know how to fix stuff.
Girl, yes.
He ain't got no degree. But he know how to fix it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He ain't got this piece of paper to say he from Spelman, but he can fix this. That's ridiculous.
And you got the brothers who do got the degrees.
Yeah.
And don't know how to fix nothing.
It's
like, dude, you got all those degrees.
Because I've been in a relationship before this guy had a degree, and it was like the simplest stuff that needed to be fixed. And he was like, oh, I don't fix nothing. I pay people to fix stuff for me. And I'm looking like, just use it. You dumb as shit.
You know how much money?
Dumb.
You know how much money we waste a year spending money when we could go buy a $30 toolbox and YouTube video and say, how do I hang this TV on my wall?
Definitely.
Like you said, I want to set up this studio. I want to hang all these mics on this desk.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, I know my homeboy. I'm gonna have him come do it.
Right.
He gonna charge you $2,000.
That's the
and
truth.
when you could have just got a drill for $30 and
Very
you know what
true.
I'm saying?
Very true.
And then talk to young people how to do it.
And that was my situation last week. I needed a handyman, and he came in, and it was a couple of things that I needed to get done, but it had to be done that day, and I was there by myself. He told me $150. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I got inspiration. I was like, hell no! Right. I'm not paying him no $150. Right. I got in there and I got on my. I took a whole tile thing out the floor by myself and went to take a piece of it and went to Home Depot and replaced it. Something he told me was going to be $50.
Right.
And I spent $4 on that piece of tile.
Right.
And what I did is I went and got some stuff. I think I got the right stuff, but guess what? It's down there and it's on the ground. Right. And it's dry. Right. I was going to do this myself.
Right. I remember this. My friend, she was finna buy a new dryer. She said her dryer is tripping, right?
Yeah.
And she tired of, so she's just going to buy a new dryer. And I'm like, let me look at it.
Yeah.
Let me look at it. So she like, no.
Yes,
I had it this long. And we'll fix it. No, it's like the Matrix. Remember the Matrix?
Yeah.
They said, you know how to fly a helicopter? He said, hold on. He said, hey, I got a helicopter, a Huey H-32.
Yes,
and they said, he downloaded to him, right?
Yes.
I'm like, hold on. He said, you know how to hang that TV? I'm like, hold on. Let me go. YouTube?
Right, exactly.
All right, I'm ready. I come back walking in. They like, how long you been hanging TVs? My mama need her TV hub.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I said, yours was the first.
Right.
Like,
right.
They go over
we'll put a little 1999.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we are sleeping on the trades.
Yes,
look
we
at
are.
it. My homeboy told me, he said, TJ, when plasmas first came out, I was hanging TVs at $1,000 a piece. Because remember, they was $15,000 for plasma really back in the day. Yes. He said, I was charging $1,000 a piece, and each house had 2 or 3.
Wow.
And then the more the value came down, so I started charging $500, $100, whatever. But TJ, I was hanging 5 and 10 TVs at every house.
Wow.
He said I was stacking I was making a killing.
Yes, he was.
No degree, no nothing. All he doing is hanging TVs.
Hanging TVs.
Now, what if he would have took it to the next level and said,
right.
I'm going to create a different bracket? Because remember, the first ones that came out, they was just on the wall.
Just on the wall.
And then later on, somebody came in one and said, you can tilt.
Tilted. Yeah, you can bring
and then later on, now we can swivel it around.
Yes, exactly.
But think about it. The person who came up with those ideas is probably billionaires if they knew the game. So the money is in the intellectual property, the ideas. But guess what? You ain't going to get no ideas if you ain't the one doing the labor.
That's true.
So if you sitting there thinking, I want my degree, I'm going to get my degree, I'm going to be sharp, I'm going to go buy me some new suits and ties.
Yes.
But the
brothers, I'm going to look the part.
I'm going to look the part, but you're going to be broke in the end because you paying people like me to come hang your TV, fix your car and everything.
Definitely.
And they wondering, and now they took your girlfriend too.
Yes. She like, bye. What's your name again?
Like TJ got an idea about making a swivel mount. Right. So he said if we put some money together, $10,000, he can make those mounts and ship them globally. Yeah. She like, girl, I got $10,000 on my credit card.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm going to invest in this, brother.
Let me max it out for this.
Yeah, because he got a great idea.
Yeah, definitely.
And, you know what I'm saying? And that's what women need to be thinking about.
That's what they need to think about, the ideas and the mindset of these men, of not just looking at where they are at that time. Maybe they are in a hardship, but you really don't know the magnitude of it until you get to know person. Exactly. You don't know if he got stocks. You don't know if he got land. You don't know exactly what he got. You just see him because he don't have whatever you think he should have, maybe a fine car and a watch or a nice cell phone. Because I'm a woman, so I hear some of the most dumbest stuff that women say, and I'd be like, "Oh, she's stupid. I ain't never calling her again." And I hear the comment. I'm like, "Did she just really say that? That was just so dumb." Right. But that's just the mind frame. And like, oh, you got to go to school and get a real good job, a government job. Remember back in the day, our grandparents used to tell us that. My grandmother used to always tell me, go to school, graduate, go to college, get a real good job, like a government job. Well, I've always been a rebel. I never liked going with the tide. I always want to go opposite.
Right.
So I've always been that kid to do a whole lot of questioning,
right,
and everything like that. So it was like it never made sense to me. But you cannot prejudge people. Because people, you don't know me, you don't know where I come from, but you don't know what's in me either.
Right.
So, and the thing about, lately what's been on my mind is I get excited when I think about the direction God is taking me, because I know it's somewhere And it's a really, really great place. But you get a lot of people say, well, I have a person, people call me sometimes, well, I looked on your Facebook page, you don't look like a radio show host. Or your show,
what does radio show host look like?
What does that look like?
Yeah.
Or your page doesn't say you're a radio show host. And it's like, well, people, they look at that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to look like. So maybe I need to get a flyer that says something about a radio on it or something. But you just never know. We just can't prejudge them. And I think it's kind of like conditioned in our mind until you try to like break away from it. Because I've been guilty of that before. Like, this person don't look like that. But it's like, how do you look? How is that supposed to look like?
Exactly. Wealth does not have a suit and tie on or expensive products on them, a Louis Vuitton purse and red heels and all that stuff. That is not wealth. That is not successful. That's TV.
That's TV.
That's what is it? They say it's called tell a lie vision. Literally, it's so much power in the words.
Yes,
they telling you a lie visually, and you falling for it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So now, if we cut the TV off and we start asking questions, we'll find out there's some sharp people around.
It's really, and I got James, my fiance. He always said, if you could because he's been watching me for the last 4 years do events and just do different stuff to just try to like build a brand. And I had an organization called Divine Sisterhood for like the last 4 or 5 years, but I kind of had to find my purpose in the midst of all that. In the midst of all that, it started off for single mothers. Things for single mothers like me. I lost my ex-husband due to mental illness, diabetes. So he's bipolar, dialysis, blind, anything you could think. It went wrong with it. It happened to him. Damn. So from where I was, I just kind of wanted to create this environment with other people like myself, but it took me a while to kind of figure that out because I was at the motorcycle clubs. I was everywhere, and I was like, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. This is not what I'm doing. So I kind of like, I need to soul search. I'm like, I need to find out what is it something that I enjoy doing that I would do it for free. You know what I'm saying? And all these kind of things just start coming to me. And it's like, what are some things that I've learned along the way as far as relationships and stuff? And kind of like turn that into a service or a product. So that's when I came with later last year with Powerful We Are. And so I was like, every time people always say, well, are you an inspirational speaker or you or this? And I'd be like, no, I just like to talk. I just like to talk, but I like to talk about what matters and what, and the things that I know it's been several occasions where I've been the person in the room like, what do they really mean by that? Or not too sure. So I don't mind asking questions. And I always tell the person, well, I don't want you to get upset with me because I might ask you the same question more than one time.
Right.
And it was not to be funny, just that I really didn't remember. Like I tell people, I might brutalize your name because I'm bad with names. I just can't, So like I just want to let you know this before I say the wrong thing. So I just wanted to make sure I was kind of like being able to be creative. And then I had to learn that maybe sometimes people might prejudge me. Because what I'm saying and what I'm doing, if it's not lining up. But that's what people do.
Right.
That's what people do.
Let me tell you how success works. You decide to be a radio show host, right? All of a sudden.
And this is something that I never, ever wanted to be.
Right. But it's desperately needed.
This is
desperately needed. So I commend you for what you're doing.
Yes.
So all of a sudden, and I need to get my brand out there. I need people to have this conversation that realizes college ain't the only solution. Right. It ain't a solution at all anymore.
I'm going to have to add you to as the radio host too then.
But check this out.
Yes.
From an investor standpoint, a person could come in here with you and say, dang, we can make her a celebrity. Mm-hmm. I got $50,000 on my credit card.
Okay.
I'm going to go pay YouTube and Instagram all this money to post her shows out and build her following up.
All right.
You pay for that.
Right.
Your conversation ain't got to be that great to get that.
Right.
We can just put the money up and dump $10,000 worth of advertising into this show right here.
Right.
And all of a sudden you got 180 or 1.2 million followers, right? Because we paid that.
Right.
We paid for that.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden regular TV gonna say, Oprah gonna be like, oh my gosh, she got 1.2 million followers.
Yes.
We need her on the show.
Yes.
She got a huge following. Ain't heard what you talked about.
Yes.
Ain't looked at what you was wearing.
Right.
They see, they say, oh, we can get her hair done. We can get her some new clothes, some Louis Vuitton. And that's how it works.
That's how it works.
We can put money behind you to create
there's any
success.
investors listening.
Exactly. Real talk.
Holla at your girl.
Yeah, real talk. Get a contract with her.
Yes,
Make sure, let's do it right. But check this out. This is how that works. So people come to me and say, TJ, such and such need $25,000 to go to college. I'm like, for what? Right. To go to college to do what?
Right.
And I'm like, if two people came to me and said, TJ, she wants $25,000 to go to college, and you came to me and said, TJ, I need $25,000 to promote our radio show, I'm gonna give you the money.
TJ, I need $25,000 to
right. But I'm gonna give you the money because you're a better investment. You know why? Because we can make your radio show successful, and we can go back and hire that other person, degree or not.
Definitely.
No degree or not.
No degree.
So you always invest in the person that's going to create jobs.
Yes, definitely. Period. Definitely.
But yet I sit back and look at people who got businesses and everybody, they be in the situation, everybody in the room need a job and need help, or but everybody got a tax return that they got 8 and 10 grand.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you got an idea to do your radio show.
Yes.
But they say, hey, well, little Bobby going to go to college. Everybody in the room will reach in their pocket, get little Bobby, make sure he get there comfortably, and we all invest in college. But little Bobby ain't got no job yet. He got double master's degree. He's
all the weed.
buried in debt. He done got his girl in college pregnant.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So now he got to drop out early, but the college still got that money.
Yes, they do.
But yet, this radio show over here, it's still going on.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying? And now we done hired 10, 15 people.
Definitely.
And you know what I'm saying? You didn't win syndicated and Oprah calling.
And I believe that. And I believe that.
It's like that. So we got to stop investing in things that don't work and invest in things that create jobs.
Exactly.
People, you know what pisses me off? I'm sitting there. I'm always at these events and cats get up there and be like, oh, that's... this is the man. Everybody waiting on. He the keynote speaker. Yeah. This cat would be like, Morehouse, Harvard, got a law degree at, I'm not a law, I got this degree at Harvard, I got that degree at, and I'm not trying to sit here and blast education, but I'm just talking the common sense.
Common sense.
So they talking about this cat got all these degrees.
Yes.
And then went to the best colleges in the world.
Yes.
And then I turn around, I'm the only one, everybody cheering them and applauding them on, but I'm the only one in the room that's going to say, where he work at?
Right.
How much is he making?
Yes.
And they be like, well, he's not really working right now because what?
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that shit pisses me off because we lifted him up and he's the man.
Right.
But this person over here
can't tell us how to get out of a paper bag.
This person over here got a hot dog stand.
Yeah.
And making $1,000 a month. But guess what? He didn't hire 2 people to help.
Definitely.
I'd rather go with this person.
I'd rather go with him.
Put him on the stage and make him the
get a whole other hot dog cart.
Yeah.
A whole other side of the cart.
He trained these 2 people up to learn how to work a hot dog cart and run the business so that they can go open up in other spots. So that we can go hit the Rams up, Raiders, whoever this is coming to town. So we got to stop. We got to start thinking about this. What is a good investment? That's why I say we got to have the eye of an investor. We got to have the ear of an investor. So when people say, TJ, the Rams decided they moving to Inglewood, the first thing that needs to come to mind is, we need to ride to Inglewood and see what vacant lots or what cheap real estate can we buy. Because they're going to have sports bars coming. They're going to have they're going to need more parking.
Yes, they are.
You see what I'm saying? They're going to need all kind of people. We probably can make up a business called I'll Park For You.
Right.
Definitely.
I'll park, have your own lot.
I'll park and I'll do the walking for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's so much opportunity in that. But people are like, ain't no jobs going to be there.
Yes, it is.
But it's a business opportunity. Yes, there's a lot of minimum wage jobs.
That's
what the Rams mean to me. They're going to bring a lot of minimum wage jobs. Part-time minimum wage jobs to Inglewood.
Yeah.
That's what the Rams, the Clippers, or the other ones, they're going to bring a whole bunch of part-time minimum wage jobs.
Yeah.
But from a business perspective,
that's a great move.
Let's go put like that little piece of land that we just bought for $50,000 that we still making payments on.
Yeah.
Now that they're gonna have the Olympics in 2028 in Inglewood. Yes. Now that they got this football thing gonna come out here, and now that the Ram, all this stuff is the major place to be. I could sell that land for $2 million.
Man.
And we still making payments on $50,000.
I need to go take a drive down. I think it was somewhere
but I'm just saying we gotta have the eye and the ear of an investor. We gotta identify what does that look like. So when people say, People say, "Oh my God, all these houses on the 405 freeways burning up."
Yeah.
That's so sad. That's so sad.
That
you know what hit me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking?
Yeah, how much money they got to make off of
that $1 million mansion just burnt up, and it ain't that bad. I wonder if they'll sell it. Right. It's the perfect time to go out there and start buying cheap.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not that burnt up mansion, but you still got that land right there.
Yeah, you got the no. The mansion was not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Even, but the land is still $1 million neighborhood.
Yes.
Period. They're gonna clean up all these burnt up houses. It's still a view to die for.
Yes.
Sitting on top of the mountain, looking over the whole city.
Yes.
In the middle of LA. Come on, y'all. Out here, you buy that tear down the mansion, put up another one, and boom, you got millions of dollars in equity. Because it's worth is priceless.
Yes, it
but
is.
see, we got to identify that type of stuff.
Yes.
Just like we should say, dang, they need a sports bar across the street from where the Rams are going to be, the Raiders going to be, or whatever.
Yeah.
But nobody, I don't hear too many of us talking about that.
No.
But you know what we are talking about? We all coming together. What are we talking about as a community?
What are we talking about right now?
Yeah. What are we talking about as a community? Everybody want to put their money in.
American marijuana?
American marijuana.
Marijuana shop.
And Bitcoins.
Yes.
Everybody, I got whole rooms, the Bitcoin conference of the black people coming together. And I'm just sitting there like, we are in a historical time of real estate wealth.
Yes.
Never before have we had so many billion-dollar corporations moving to LA and pushing the cost of real estate through the roof.
Yes.
Houses are at an all-time high.
Yes.
And I can't find a good conversation in the inner side of the community, talking about us coming together to buy some of this real estate.
Yeah, and that's what I was just talking to my sister. Because
are you kidding me?
She's been in Houston, Texas for about 4 months, and she came back last night. And I was talking to her, I said, because she's in transition, so she's at my house right now. So I was like, how about me and you get together and just buy a house together? Let's buy a house.
Why not?
Because first of all, you need help. I need help. We can help each other. And my whole thing is, if we buy this home, you know what I'm saying, and then maybe years from now, whatever, I can give you, we can draw equity off of it or something. We can buy another property.
2 years.
Yeah, we're not going to sell
2
it.
years from now. 2 years from
buy
now.
Another property.
By the time 2020 get here, everybody who owns real estate in Compton, LA, and Watts are going to be multimillionaires.
Yes.
That's why there's so much gang violence. Come on now, all these people ain't getting shot for nothing now.
They're not getting shot for
It's called, the more violence there is on the street, the more people say, I'm finna move. I'm tired of this. I'm going to sell. I'm just tired of this.
Compton is a very beautiful city.
Compton
I live right there. They call Rosewood, and I love my house. I love my neighborhood, and I want to buy right there in that neighborhood.
You don't not want to. You're going to.
I'm going to buy.
Compton is
yes, I am.
15 minutes from the beach.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Let me repeat myself.
Yes.
Compton is 15 minutes from the beach, straight down Rose Ranch. You know what I'm saying?
17 South.
Yeah, Manhattan Beach, straight down Compton Avenue, turn to something else, and it, bam. All this stuff go to the beach.
Very true.
But when you in Corona and you in Palmdale, you got people that never been to the beach before.
Yes.
Kids, that amazed me. I'm like, you ain't never been to the beach?
No. And then you live right down the street? Yeah.
No, I mean, they living in Palmdale. When I was living in Palmdale, that was a major move to go to the beach. Like, okay, well, dang, what time is it?
Wow.
We're going to have to leave early. We can only stay so many hours because traffic on the 405, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's so much
I'm from Long Beach, so I've been spoiled with the beach my whole life. Yes.
You'd be surprised, though.
Yeah.
But my whole point is the real estate in all African-American communities are valuable.
Yes,
they're undervalued and they're worth a lot of money.
Yes.
See,
but they want to tell you that it is not valuable because the objective is to get you to move, or to sell your property. And you come back. That's even like my father, because I was mad at my father for this. He had plumbing issues. He told me it was like $10,000 to fix the plumbing problem. To him, I guess that was like a whole lot of money, or I don't know what the situation was. So I moved. I was in Moreno Valley, and I came back. He said, well, "We're going to be moving. We're going to sell the house." And I said, "You going to sell the house for how much?" He said, "Well, we're going to do a quick sale." So a short sale. I really didn't know what a short sale was until I looked at what is the short sale. So I said, well, I was thinking about, other than you guys selling it, to sell it to me, because I'll get the plumbing fixed, because it was a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house, but it was right there in Compton, right across the school street from the elementary school. And it was a valuable property to me.
Yeah.
So I said, sell it to me. Oh, no, we're going to go ahead and sell it to somebody else. And I said, Dad, well, how much you guys selling it for? He told me $96,000.
See what I'm saying?
I wanted to literally drop kick him. You know why? Because the same house, 6 months later, they came and put maybe 15, 30, couple $1,000 more than 10, and guess what? They sold that house for $319.
See what I'm saying?
So now I told him, I said, "Did you see that?" I said, "You didn't get the big picture." He said, "I didn't know."
That's the story of my life.
He was like, "I didn't know
all the time. I didn't know. I wish I would have known. If I had known,
yeah,
you know
if I had known,
or if I didn't know you back then, TJ, I would have hired you to come over and help us with this stuff." But see, this is why we got to start communicating.
And we got to talk, because it's enough people in your circle that you know that can help. And that's what James always, he said, utilize the people in your circle.
And see, but here's the thing. You got to look at who's in the circle.
Yes.
Because we're being targeted as a people.
Yes, we are.
And every time you turn the TV on, you hear something about flipping.
Yes.
There's a flip.
Early in the morning. No, you see no sleep.
Flipping everything, the flipping conference. I've been watching 24 hours of flipping something on TV. Yes. Flipping Inglewood, flipping Carson, flipping IE, flipping this $1 million flipping in Beverly Hills. They do. But you don't own nothing.
You don't own nothing.
You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you think, "Ooh, soon as grandma passed, we're gonna flip her house." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we are being programmed to sell our stuff. But check this out. I go to this thing called these expos, right? These conferences, and this one was called Real Estate Wealth Expo. Okay. Do you know that? It was 16,000 people at the convention center.
Oh, my God.
99 and 9/8 of them was white and Asian. It was like 2 or 3 black people sprinkled out. Out of the sea. I mean, probably was about a good 50
handful of them.
It was probably 50 out of 16,000.
Oh, my goodness.
But then somebody invited me to go look at Bitcoin. Okay. To hear the guy speak. That room was full. And you got people in there
I've
jobs,
heard a little bit about Bitcoin,
credit.
but I don't know that much about it. Is that when they're talking about the gold dollar or something like that?
It's some type of fake money to replace the credit. It's just another form of credit. Yeah. It's another form of credit. The whole goal is to keep us spending money with them, to keep us the money out of our house. Yes, definitely. And keep it in their house. Because people ain't nobody, all this time about here about a Bitcoin, ain't nobody ever showed me one.
No, I ain't never.
They don't have it because it's digital.
Oh,
but my question was, when the earthquake hit, I'm sorry, when earthquake and they cut the power off, did people get that access to that Bitcoin when they was in Houston and that hurricane hit? Did people take that Bitcoin in Florida when that hurricane hit? None of that stuff worked. Right. None of that shit works for them. They couldn't use it because of the bank. All the power was off. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I got $800 million worth of Bitcoin. The only people who did anything is the people who had money in their pocket that they had access to.
Definitely.
Period. So I don't want to invest in nothing like that. But I tell people, if you had that 6 years ago, Bitcoin 6 years ago, you'd do great.
Definitely.
You know, but my point is, real estate is at an all-time historically high right now. So we got to start investing in this real estate. So like you said, you may only qualify for this much. Yes. You know what I'm saying? 400,000. Your sister may qualify for 520. Yes. And he may qualify for 500. Right. But out here, you can't find much of a house for those prices. But together, you be like, we ain't got to live in Compton no more.
Because I want to go to Beverly Hills. I love Pelican Hills.
Let's go to Beverly Hills and Malibu. Let's go find something in Palos Verdes looking over the city. Yes. And let's sit there for a couple of years. And then we sell it for $2 or $3 million, you know? And that's how this works. So that's like the Hispanic community, all the other communities. You see them, they be piled up in these houses.
Yes, they do.
And they smart. And they turn around letting one out. They be helping them out. He comes out. Yes. Everybody starts buying houses. And next thing you know, everybody's doing good. So right now we're in a situation where we have to come back together. Yes, we do. And there's a lot of us who are coming together. And it's exciting because I got a lot of people calling me about coaching. Yes. You know, about speaking and can I come talk to my investment club? Yes. Because we looking at some land and we looking at starting a business out here. Our granddad passed away in Houston and he left us.
And you know what, with the conversation we were having earlier, I was telling you about the land in Louisiana with my great grandmother. Right. Well, I went over there before I came here and I was talking to her and she said, you know what? I was just thinking about that. And she said, I want you to come over here maybe tomorrow or the next day. She said, because I want you to write my will out.
See what I'm saying?
I said, yeah, because tomorrow you might not be feeling good. And I said, I'm not trying to be funny. Yeah. I said, but tomorrow I'm not promising nobody. And I know you're 93 years old, but I need that to be in writing. I know that you want to give this to me because you're alive. But at the end of the day, if it's not in writing and you have children and we have other family members, it's not in writing. It don't stand.
You know what helps too? Is not just having it in writing, but have grandma on video.
Okay.
Speaking.
Okay.
Grandma, like, I'm leaving this to such and such because of this. Right. I'm not leaving such and such shit because of that. Right. So we ain't got to go to court. Because you know people going to be protesting. No, my grandma said she was going to do this.
I'm going to call court.
I got the video. I got the video made as November 16th. Yes. This is how grandma was feeling about you.
That's how she was feeling about you.
Right. So you over here trying to dispute the will to you was her favorite.
Yes.
You know,
everybody know I'm her favorite.
So we got to have that video of grandma.
Definitely.
Because so many people lie. And they be like, she wasn't around, he wasn't here, he didn't do that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's how it is with my family. My grandmother, she she has this land, but what she did is she like broke it down to all her children. And she has 7 children. Well, none of the children expressed that they want to go. So everybody and their mama know in my family that I plan to go back there. So everybody was like, well, you can go. You can have our land. You can go. You can have but I need all that in writing. And I needed to re-record it. So when I go start doing some stuff, you won't be like, okay, that wasn't yours.
See, that's so important. I'm glad you brought that up because that's so important right now based on the fact that real estate values are skyrocketing. Yes. LA has become so LA County. Let me correct myself. California is not expensive. LA County is expensive. Yes, so because LA County has become so expensive, people don't realize I can move to Kern County, I can move to San Bernardino County, Riverside County, and all these other Bakersfield County. Yes. They don't realize they still have affordable houses. Yes. But my point is, people are packing their bags from LA, selling their houses for the $500 and moving to Houston and Atlanta. Yes, they are. So Houston and Atlanta and all these places, they building up.
Yes, they are.
So that land that grandma left you that wasn't worth nothing.
Yes, right.
Now all of a sudden 2 years later, after more black people have sold their property here, they moved to Houston. Now Houston's value is skyrocketed.
Exactly.
So where your cousins and sisters and found out that grandma land wasn't worth but $5,000 when she gave it to you.
Right.
Now it's worth $5 million.
Right.
Guess
and
what?
Be like,
they coming for you.
They coming
for you. Wait a minute.
Are you ready? Like, no.
Wait, grandma love me more. You know what I'm saying? They like, hey, I done seen it happen many times.
I'm trying to build something for it, and I really want to build like a family compound because I know that it's beneficial for us as a family to be able to have somewhere to go back to.
The number one investment in the game that's going to be in the future right now, if not today, is rent.
Yes.
You got so many people. Matter of fact, Warren Buffett.
That's like got that rent control.
Rent is out of control. People can't afford rent. If you did not put it like this, home ownership is being removed systematically from us.
Yes.
That's what all these flipping things and all this is about. Is Bitcoin. It's all about keeping our eye off the prize.
Definitely.
The prize is real estate. And why is real estate the prize? Because people need somewhere to live.
Yes, they do.
And if it don't matter how much Bitcoin you got, if the houses get out of control, you ain't buying nothing.
You ain't buying nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Because historically, when you look at all the real estate in black communities around the world, where black people got gentrified out of the neighborhoods, they used to be 100,000, 500,000. Now they 2 and 3 million.
Yes.
Definitely. So guess what? You ain't gonna be able to afford to move back,
but not at all,
or buy into any of these communities.
Drive by, be like my grandmama and them used to live right there.
So
that lot.
So because of now that the home prices is high, that means the mortgages is high, and if the mortgage is high, that means the rent is sky high.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And the rent is high as the mortgage.
And the rent is higher than the mortgage because if the mortgage is $6,000 a month,
the mortgage though, that's the objective for them to rent that out to you.
You got to make
them take on their wealth and their debt,
help
and
them create wealth. Right.
That's what you're doing.
So the stock market boys and Wall Street guys, they're pulling out of Wall Street and they turn things around and they put it in position to now it's about real estate. Yes. They rolled like Lamar Park. I was just reading an article in you know what I'm saying, and they've said, "Oh, Wall Street is your landlord." Now I've been talking about that for 2 years now. People like, "Teacher, you're right." Did you see that article?
Yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, since I'm right, y'all in trouble now.
Yeah, y'all in trouble.
It's like you're in trouble. Now it's exposed. Now everybody in the world is running out here to buy real estate because they say Wall Street is buying houses. we better buy some too.
Yeah.
So people was talking about, they coming out here buying thousands of houses.
Yes, they are.
They said that one corporation had 8,000 houses. Wow. I was at Ike and Tina Turner's old house in Butte Park the other day. That's on Facebook, matter of fact. And I was talking to the developer, the guy there. This dude said, we got about 300 houses. Wow. He pulled out his list. I said, you got anything in PV? He said, yeah. He pulled, I got 5 houses in Palo Verde. I just started playing with him, making up names. What about Malibu? Oh, I got 6 houses. What about Compton? Oh, I got 80 houses in Compton. Oh, wow. What about LA? I'm like, wait a minute. Majority of your houses is in Compton, LA, and Watts.
Yes.
That's the real investment.
Yeah, wow.
That's the real investment.
Wow, we got to pay attention, you guys. At this time, we're going to take a quick commercial break, but we'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in to So Devine Radio. Dang. Hey, man. That's like even my grandmother's block. I remember growing up as a kid, and it was like all black people on the south side of Compton.
Right.
And I think my grandmother and her neighbors the only black people on the whole block.
Right.
And I remember my grandmother talking about the neighbors' kids. They're so crazy. And I was like trying to understand why she was so mad. She was like, them people worked their butt off before they died. And they left their kids as the property. Right. Mortgage was, I think she said, $196 a month. Right. And the son got on crack. Lost the house.
We got so many people that's happening. The kids is on drugs in prison or just don't know nothing about real estate. As soon as they get that house, grandma done passed away and left me the house, they turn around. Ooh, I'm finna go get some 30s. Right. Throw it on my, get me an Escalade, and I'm finna go fade them. They want their hood rich. So they pulling out the first amount of money they can get. One of my partners told me somebody's father owned a lot of apartment buildings, and he passed away and left his son all the buildings. He said, my buddy owns an insurance company, and he said some dude came in there to take the insurance from one of those buildings because he just got it. He won the building from a young black dude, and my boy knew the address because he insured it. Yeah. No, I'm sorry, he insured the building. He said, I bought it from such and such for $80,000. He said, that's $1 million building. He said, he borrowed some money against it and didn't pay it back. You got $10 million worth of real estate, apartment buildings your daddy left you that was all up and down this particular street, and you lost it over some $30,000, $60,000 for you to buy a new car. This is common. So we have to start teaching these young people about real estate. We have to let them know that this fake look, and this bling is all TV and videos.
All TV and videos.
Yeah, it's designed to make us go broke.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. For me, I try to work. I try to get my assisted living facilities and everything up and running. I barely have enough time to go to the nail shop. So it's like I ain't got no bling nowhere. This is a fancy ponytail. Yeah. This is what I got here.
Hey, I'm a sacrifice. I'd rather sacrifice. Yeah, I'm out here buying stuff, trying to get what I can. Yeah. They're like, TJ, you ain't got a Bentley no more. You ain't got this Benz. Man, I'm trying to, but we in historical times. Yeah. I'm going to be on Lyft for all I care. You know what I'm saying? If I find something and I don't have the money at the time, I'm going to turn around and sell the car. Yeah. I took my watch off my wrist, sold that so I can go invest in some stuff. Because it's like we got to buy today while we can afford to buy. You hear what I'm saying? I'm going to repeat myself. We got to buy today while we can afford to buy this stuff. Because tomorrow we ain't going to be able to buy it.
No, and that's like my sister. It's like my sister is at my house right now with my kids. When I leave here, I'm going to pick up my mom. And I said, I'm going to really sit down and talk to them because I really honestly think that is a good move for us. My mom is in transition. Absolutely. She was buying a house out in Hemet. She had a sober living and everything. The people came and just sold. They sold the house. They didn't give her no cash for keys or nothing. Place. So 2 years ago, she basically been homeless for the last 2 years. Wow. Because because that was her only resource. She didn't have no savings. Yeah, and all this. And I'm like, okay, well, first of all, you need help. You struggling because when you don't have your own place and you struggling in a situation like mom, you are struggling, but you need help. But then my whole thing is like, I need help too. I need help more with dealing with the kids than financial help. Right. So I'm trying to tell my mama, won't you help me move in with us and you can help me with the kids. Right. And we can move into a bigger house.
Exactly.
and you can operate doing it. And then my mom been doing daycare for the last 20 years. So I told her and my sister, my sister preschool teacher that came out for me. I said, I want you guys to open up a daycare center.
See what I'm saying? So
all three of us can live together, but we can have a daycare center over here. I can still continue to help my mental illness patients, and it just make a whole lot of sense.
You know what?
But it's so much pride. My mama go, I like to have my own space. But I'm like, you got your own space now. You stay with somebody now. But you've been doing it for 2 years, so you obviously don't like your own space.
Right. In this situation right now, looking at the way real estate is skyrocketing,
yes.
I don't have to like you.
Yeah, I don't have to like you.
I'm gonna move in with you because I know we bought a house. We bought a house together.
Yes.
If we went in together, I don't have to like you.
I don't have to like you.
But knowing that real estate's about to skyrocket,
right?
Knowing in a couple years I may be able to walk away with $1 million. I'm gonna be sneaking around you. Wait till you leave or go to bed before I come home because I know I'm watching that real estate every day. Okay, we done made another 100,000 this month.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? And it worked like that.
It works that way. It works that way.
When 2002 to 2006 hit, that's when remember that was the last real estate boom, right? I literally was every month I was running my property, checking out analysis.
Yes.
And I was like, damn, I'm making damn near $10,000-$15,000 a month off my house.
Yeah.
This house making $15,000, that house making $5,000. Yeah. And I'm just watching it just
definitely. I'm like, it don't make no sense.
And it's happening again right now.
Yeah.
So you don't have to like somebody, but let's get something that's going to be worth some money.
Yeah.
And let's just hold on. And you stay out of my way, I'm going to stay out of your way. And we're going to cash out in the end.
And when I think about my sister and my mom, I look at it as a win-win situation for both of them, more so than us. It's like, we got our house. So we live somewhere, we save, and the plan is to buy, you know what I'm saying, in a short period of time. But I also see my sister struggling with 2 kids, and I see my mom. So my whole thing is we can go, like I said, we go out to like Hemet, Marietta somewhere. It's a little bit more drive, but it's more space. That's where it's at.
Hemet, Marietta, all of that's affordable real estate. You can still get $100,000 houses out there. So, but guess what?
We can get an 8-bedroom house for $300,000.
But guess what? In a few years,
you ain't gonna be able to get that.
My
whole thing is taking advantage of it.
Right now.
But I'm like, even if y'all not with me or not, I know that's the move we making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it is. Because when I went to Palmdale back in the days, I remember people saying, "Where's Palmdale? Ain't that by Disneyland?"
Yeah.
That's by Palm Springs, right? No, the other way.
Opposite way.
That's by Magic Mountain. Now, here we go. Years later, they live out there.
Everybody live in Palmdale.
And I remember telling my cousin, hope she ain't listening. I said, "Cousin, buy a house in Palmdale, 3,300 square foot building, whatever year it was, $90,000. She didn't want to buy it. No. She waited 4 years later and came out there and bought a house smaller than that for $500,000.
And I went to, like I said, I went to Louisiana, I went to Shreveport, and I went to Houston 2 months ago. And my aunt was telling me about her house, and I was saying, it's a nice little, it's a nice house. If I was to try to move somewhere other than trying to get something all lavish, I would be cool with a house like that. She was like, I bought this house 5 years ago for $50,000. I said, well, the neighborhood I live in, you can get this for $370.
Exactly.
So I've had her send me a real estate book. So I did in the real estate. I said, so when I go back out there in January, my goal is to buy something in out there where she is.
But you know what? Don't just buy the real estate. Oh, you know what the real game is? Buy some real estate as well as start businesses.
Yes.
Because when I moved to Palmdale, there wasn't no lowrider shops out there.
Yeah.
I was the first lowrider shop that opened up in Palmdale, and people was like, this dude is making a killing.
Yeah.
Why? Because I got there first, and now all of a sudden, all the people start moving out there, so I just grew.
Yes.
So I watched businesses, little burger stand, hole in the walls, all of a sudden they got 5 and 6 of them. I watched a little bitty Mickey Mouse car lot.
Okay. A little bit more.
No. Yeah, definitely, but and my phone went dead in my life.
Oh, I got him now.
Here we go, 3.
Yes. All right, you guys, welcome back to So Devine Radio with your girl Roshanda Casteel and my very special guest, Mr. Thomas T.J. Lofted.
That's right.
I got it. I think you got the first person I got it right.
That's right.
So that's definitely a start. And we're just recapping on what we're talking about, investments. A lot of the conversation is kind of like here and there. And I do want, before the show ends, I do want us to kind of like recap on and talk about the conference that's coming up.
Absolutely.
And the ideas and where do you see it going, and your thoughts and everything, because this is my very first time putting together a youth conference for young men.
And that's what made me jump on board, because I know it's a dire need.
Yes.
You know, it's in alignment with what I'm already doing.
Okay.
You know, it's a dire need to help these young men because they're being misled.
Definitely.
You know, I go to these schools all the time and they're telling them that if you don't go to college, you're going to fail in life. Well, these young kids is dropping out of junior high.
These young
kids
ain't
think about no college. They ain't even think about high school. They dropping out right now. We don't talk about the dropout rate.
That's true.
We're not talking about the dropout. We don't talk. If you ain't going to college, we don't talk about it.
We don't talk about it.
So I'm only talking about the young people who's dropping out of school right now. That's why I will be in kindergarten. You see me in kindergarten talking to them, because I know they about to drop out soon.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Because they got older siblings and people that are influencing them. And that is. And
then you got all these young people, like we're talking about, doing all these things that don't make sense. So the black male has been removed out of the home and put incarcerated and all this stuff. So who is this? Now you got a lot of women, single mothers. They doing the best that y'all doing the best. They doing the best they can, and I commend you. But we need to find the brothers like myself who are that got no common sense that can come in there and be in these conferences and speak to them. So that's why I said I will definitely help.
Yes, because we look at all the things that they have that's not positive. You know what I'm saying? Not to knock anybody, but it's like it's too much homosexuality. It's too much bisexuality, too much trisexuality. And our children are definitely hearing, they see, they know, they understand a whole lot more than what we think. And it's just definitely getting out of hand. Like I have a 9-year-old daughter. I said, the possibility of her being able to be married and have a family, and it's gonna be like taboo. Because by the time she get my age, it's like majority of the population is gonna be homosexual or bisexual, or they definitely trying stuff. Because I remember growing up, and I mean I'm not that old. I'm 35 years old, but a lot of stuff that's going on right now, I didn't even see 10 years ago. You know, it wasn't even out 10. I remember growing up I think maybe 10 years old is when I first seen like the very first lesbian couple, but that still was kind of hush hush. It wasn't like they were kissing and none of that crazy stuff in front of us. We just knew it was something odd about them. It's like, you got two mamas, you know what I'm saying? So now we're just like, it's okay. And it's like, you got all these kids, they are planting these seeds in these boys' heads and these little girls' heads. Like, this is how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or both.
That ain't cool.
It ain't cool. It's confusing.
And now you got these homosexuals. See, that's a whole new movement going on where these homosexuals are coming together. They can't have kids.
So they're not reproducing in the black community at all. If you homosexual.
Right. So now you got homosexual white men adopting black children.
Which I think should not happen.
So now they're making Lamar Park the home for that. Wow. So here's my thing. Now imagine a young man that's been raised since 8 months old.
Yes, wow.
By two homosexuals.
Man.
And we saying homosexuals ain't cool. He get hot. What do you mean that? What do you mean it ain't cool? You know what I'm saying? Right. His two parents were that way.
Right.
They gave him everything he got. He said, I turned out okay.
Right.
No, I don't know about you because I've been watching you looking at old boy. You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. We looking at the women go by. You ain't really tripping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's a problem because
it is a problem.
We as a people will end.
Yes, we will.
Period. And they know that. That's why
they know that, and that's why it's like even when it comes to Planned Parenthood and younger. I mean, I'm not condoning teenage pregnancies or anything like that. But at the end of the day, it's like they're promoting abortion. You know, and everything. So it's like if all our young black women and black men are out here going to abortion clinics, you know, like it's nothing, like it's absolutely not. I've never had an abortion before, but I I went to the clinic one time, and when I went into that place and I seen how everybody was eating McDonald's and chilling like it was the day at the park, I said the devil was a lie. I'm responsible for what I created, and I'm gonna keep it pushing. But it's just like second nature. These kids are doing it like this is just the thing. This is like the plan B and plan C.
Right.
It's like if I get pregnant, it ain't no big thing. I'm just gonna go down there to the clinic. And before you know it, it's a whole population of people that haven't been born because of carelessness and this culture that we created. Because black people and black women are not having children.
But I want to chime in on that on the level of some of these young people should not be having children.
Of course,
I see young people. I've heard this out of my own mouth say, I don't like living at my mama's house. I'm gonna get pregnant so I can qualify for my own Section 8. So I can qualify for my own food stamps like my mama got and get my own place.
No, yeah.
And she's 16, 17 or something. You know what I mean? And that's the mentality that's been floating. So them young people don't need to be having children. You know what I'm saying? So no. Yes. And then you got people who get raped. Okay, no. You know what I'm saying? I understand it. If you know what I'm saying. But
I'm talking about those who are fast and they know what they're doing and they know the possibilities.
Yeah, that's what you want. That's your goal.
I'm talking about,
That's your goal, so have it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But take care of it and raise them the right way, you know?
Yes.
We got to stop letting TV babysit our children.
See, that's the thing about it. What's the right way? Because, there ain't too many grandmamas left. Ain't too many big mamas left. And nobody going to tell you that you shouldn't do this, do that. Kind of like point you in the right direction. Pretty much is like the mamas is out here clubbing with the daughters, and before you know it, the granddaughters is and then everybody is sleeping with everybody. It's like so much things I'm seeing. I'm like, wow.
It's like the mama and the daddy,
the mom, right? And then it's like the daddy is talking about my daughter is fine. It's like the daddies is looking at their daughters. Like, what are we doing?
It's out of control out here. But see, it takes for conferences like this one here that you've created. That's why a thumbs up, and we greatly appreciate what you're doing. If I had an audience, I'd be like, "Can we get a hand clap?" Because you know what I'm saying. I see too many people putting together a rap concert, putting together. We're gonna get Marvin Gaye or all these singers to come out. It's like, can we get some conferences that's gonna help these young men?
Right, definitely.
You know what I'm saying. I will gladly come out and speak. Yes, but people know me that I'm already speaking to these places. Me personally, I probably put 20 people in the room, but it'd be the same 20 people. They know me. Right. But you got a whole nother set of friends that I don't even know. Yes. Like I look on Facebook, I'll be like, okay, I got 5,000 friends on this page, and then we became friends. And you got 5,000 friends, hypothetically speaking. Yes. You're like, damn, we ain't got no friends in common. Right. And we both live in LA. Right. So it's that many people out here. Yeah. So that's why I tell people, you fill up the room with children and I'll come speak. Yes. You know what I mean? And but it's not just about me speaking. Yes. It's about not just me speaking and other speaking. Like, it's about what are we talking about? You got people that say, oh, we're going to send everybody to college. That's the solution. Right. Yeah. I'm like, dude, these kids, mamas is struggling. Right. They're telling them they ain't got no money, and the drug dealer's going to teach them how to sell drugs.
And you send them to college, but the demographics of their situation, are they going to stay?
Are they going
to stay? Or what they're going to be doing at college? Are they going to get an education? Are they going to drop out? Or
we can't even have a college conversation because we talk about these young people. Yes. Right now, they ain't, like I said, they ain't making it to junior high. I found out Washington High School had the #1 homeless rate in the country. You got children showing up with backpacks that should be having books in the backpacks, but they got clothes in the backpack. Wow. Yes. So what is a homeless person gonna do? Whatever
and it's
they
just
can
stressful, and it's like, and then you got to think about too is the mindset of these children. It's like they stressed out. Yeah, they got depression, they got anxiety. You know what I'm saying? They hungry, so it's like, what's going on? It's like, what you got to do it to the babies?
I went to Centennial High School, and I was able to. We got the auto mechanic shop back into Centennial High School because that's all I talk about to them schools, right? Okay. So they heavily funded the auto mechanic class because I was like, look, I did okay. I'm in these magazines and look at this. Seen that video? Yep, that was us, you know. So they like, whoa, so that really works, huh? Yes. Like, yeah, it worked. They looking at me like, we didn't know. Yes. So we trying to send everybody off to 4-year college. You telling me auto mechanic work? I'm like, dude, California got more cars than anywhere else on the planet. Right. So yes,
they always gonna need a mechanic.
Everybody, So I said, man, if you changing brakes, they're going to be a millionaire if they own a business. Yes. But if you're talking about a job, they probably won't find a job.
Yes.
But if they start a business and a hole in the wall, matter of fact, anybody you know that got a trade, they thinking about starting a business, you better invest in them.
Yes.
Because that's how wealth is created.
Yes.
But fast forward the story. So we did our first couple of field trips recently, right?
Okay.
Made history taking Centennial High School to the Pomona Raceway was one trip.
Okay.
The second one was the Peterson Museum.
Okay.
And then we decided to stop. We pulled a smooth move and took them out to eat after that, right?
Okay.
Do you know we was in Chipotle and some of them children said, "I've never been here before." I don't know what they said.
Wow.
They said, "We never eat out. I've never." And I started realizing, whoa,
yeah,
they don't really have no money. So I was like, "Oh, we got you."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get everything, whatever y'all want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
Exactly.
like you've never been
Yes.
to any of these places.
Yes.
You never been to McDonald's. You never been to, not like it's healthy food.
Right. Exactly.
You don't need to go anyway, but
yeah,
they don't have the money.
Right.
Their parents don't have the money. They struggling to pay the rent.
Yes.
Parents got degrees of struggling to pay the rent.
Very true.
Because the stuff is costing so high.
Definitely.
So we got to start teaching, like you said, we got to start teaching them right now at a young age.
Yeah, definitely, because they comprehend well.
Yeah, so
they comprehend well.
We got too many things we sleeping on. Masons create wealth. Welding create wealth. Plumbing create wealth. Monitoring the Facebook pages for business owners or for people who like you.
Yes.
You can, you know what I'm saying? That creates wealth.
I need one of those.
You get you a child or somebody young to manage your Facebook and do your posting and make me take a picture of me and sitting in here and put some words, be on at Monday at 4. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I give you $5 for everyone. Next thing you know, everybody here need that.
That's the truth.
So it's so many ways to make money. Unlike when I was growing up, like I had to put in the hard work.
Yeah.
Now you can just know how to hang a TV on the wall, or you can or do social media. I can monitor all your social media, TJ, for $500 a month, and build you a website.
Right.
What? And then when you go to the web, go on YouTube. How to build a website. It's all
that's what my daughter said. Mariah, the new computer I got in my room. She said, "Oh, you need Photoshop."
See what I'm saying?
I was like, how do you get Photoshop?
Yeah.
So I asked my friend who normally does my flyer. I said, well, do you mind telling me the program that you use to make my flyer? She said, oh, that's Photoshop. I was like,
I didn't even know Photoshop.
Well, I didn't even know it was Photoshop. I was like, I said, is Photoshop that's on your phone, regular Photoshop? She was like, yeah, they have one for editing. They have one for this. So I was like, wow, I never knew that.
And every child got a phone. Pretty much.
And
download that Photoshop app and take a picture and boom, put some words on it.
Yes.
And I'm going to give you $5, $10 each one for every week.
Next week when y'all see me posting all kind of stuff, y'all know I got familiar with the Photoshop.
Yeah. But we got to start telling our young people now, hey, you can download Photoshop on your phone and start doing advertising.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? You can go hook up with all these business owners, all these want to be rappers, all these want to, and promote. They handle their social media. Yeah, I don't have time for that.
And that's what I was telling my son, because James is on a lot of movie sets a lot. And I'm like, you guys should go out there and try to see what they need or whatever, and then try to come up with something, because it's like every weekend.
Yeah,
so
you know what I tell people who do got jobs? I say, look around you.
Yeah.
See what you need. What are people complaining about?
Yes.
Because these are things, anytime somebody's been inconvenienced with something, that means there's a potential wealth creator.
Definitely.
So some like me, I'm always sticking my little thing on the phone. Somebody came up with this little thing here.
Thing, right.
I said, boy, I bet you they'd have made $1 billion by now.
That little piece of
little simple idea. Said, instead of me touching this with my finger, I'm going to use this right here. I'm going to put a little rubber and you can use that instead. Now all of a sudden they're a billionaire. So we got to learn how to identify opportunities, you know?
True. True. That's very true. That's basically where my powerful we are came from. When I went through the situation with my ex-husband, nobody never stopped to ask me how I was doing or the kid. So I said, I'm going to create something that I knew that I needed at that time. And other than it taking me 5 years to get out the rut, let's see if we can give it 90 days.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Because the 90 days sound a whole lot better, because it took me 5 years for the light to come onto my head to figure out how to get back to that place. So I'm definitely excited. I'm going to say thank you for tuning in and coming to the studio. And I want to say thank you to all my listeners for tuning in to So Devine Radio. Please feel free to share this post if If anything that we have said that you agree with and you interested in attending the conference, or just share. Like I tell people, share. Then when you share again and you get tired of sharing, just share one more time.
I tell people, I say, if you care, please share.
Yeah, if
you know what I'm saying?
Please share. Definitely.
Let me tell them my information if that's okay.
If
y'all need some coaching, if y'all got a situation where you got some land out of state and don't know what to do with it, or you done came into some money, your son then became a professional football player, and y'all ain't never had no money, now he got money and he don't know, reach out to me. Go to my website at thomastjlofton.com. That's LOFTIN. All my social media is Thomas T.J. Lofton, my Facebook, my Instagram, my YouTube. Don't just go on there and look at it. Like we said, if you care, please share so others will know. And please subscribe to my YouTube page. Yes. But most importantly, education has changed. So that's why people like me are out here. So if you need some coaching, I offer coaching packages where people just call me.
I need coaching.
TJ, what should I do to invest? I don't know. TJ, what should I do with my children?
Number when I start calling.
So other than that, hit me up at 310-619-3954. And we can make some changes, y'all. Other than that, come check me out. I'll be at the conference on January 13th. I'm one of the speakers. I'm honored to be there, so y'all should please come out and support. They can go out to Eventbrite. What do they do on Eventbrite?
Go to Brother to Brother Conference 2018.
Yeah,
and it's on my Facebook page, Roshanda Casteel, and it's a Brother to Brother page too that they can link and get the tickets and everything on there too.
Right, and also if you like what I'm doing, I do a lot of free speaking. I do a lot of things to help our youth, and you want to support that to make sure I'm able to keep doing that.
Yes.
Go to my Instagram page. And on the open page, you'll see that I have a GoFundMe page because I'm actually working on a documentary. So please support that because we need to know what's going on with these trades, that the wealth is created through these trades.
Yes, they are. All right, you guys, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to So Devine Radio. I'm Roshanda Casteel. I'm going to say have a blessed night. God bless.
Right. Thank you, Queen.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bankhead.
Thank you, brother. Tell us about yourself, good brother. How you doing in here?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
All right. See, we got to get a shout out to the brother behind the scenes because it ain't everywhere I go. I see a brother behind the scenes making things happen. So, how old are you? How long you been pushing the buttons and push?
I'm 26. I've been pushing these buttons for 4 years now. You can check out my show, Straight Out the Trunk Radio.
Straight out the trunk.
Y'all hear what this brother say? Straight out the trunk.
Straight out the trunk.
Y'all see what he back here?
10 to 11 tonight. We got 1 hour freestyle cypher. LA artists, Valley artists, and IE artists coming down and spinning some bars. Hopefully they tight. If they not, we gotta go.
What you got going back here, brother? What's all this mean? I just see a whole lot of buttons and knobs and screens.
This is the live cam, live videos, Facebook. This is the boards. This is the TVs. All that. This is the studio. Accelerated Radio. Welcome.
Accelerated Radio.
So you making it happen back here doing all of this. I'm like, this brother pushing buttons all over the place, and I'm just like, man. Y'all see that? We are talented people making stuff happen, y'all. How y'all doing out here, Queen? All right. We are talented people out here making stuff happen. Brother behind the scenes making things happen in a major way. That brother could design his own board one day or something, become a multi-billionaire or something. But all right, y'all, I'm out of here. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Wait a minute, let me see if I missed any call. What's up, Miss Cole? How you doing? Appreciate you doing all that. Mr. Dean, everybody. How y'all doing, everybody?
Yeah, I had to put on a charger for a second.
Mr. Flag, Miller Rouge. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Miss Karen.
You listen? Thank you.
Oh, yeah, we definitely teach them how to buy property. What's up, King Eddie? Oh, my good people, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hey, Kay. Yeah, Smith. Silky D, happy belated birthday again. All right, y'all, appreciate y'all. We down here at Accelerated Radio. Tell us what you're doing, sis.
Oh, I was trying to get ready for us to take a selfie.
All right.
Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in.
You got that conference coming up again?
Yes, we have that conference, the Brother to Brother Road to Redemption Youth Conference from ages 5 to 17 is absolutely free. All adults, I'm asking for a $35 donation. So please feel free. Sponsorship is available. Just come out.
What's your goal here?
My goal is to raise $5,000.